This is my journal from July 10th, 2015. I see my sins so much clearer now. What I fall back on: lying, jealousy, anger, depression. When hard things happen, I just want to quit. My dad broke 4 ribs yesterday. I just now got to see him. He doesn't look very good. He tries to be brave for us, but I hear him yelling in pain and I just want to escape, to cover my ears forever. I hate seeing people in pain, especially Dad. He doesn't deserve it. He has worked so hard for his family. It almost makes me mad that God would let bad things happen. But then I remember He doesn't want bad things to happen to His children. Anyway, I'm just frustrated with me. I pray that I'll get a hold of this anger and that I wouldn't be scared.
Shortly after 9/11, we were in South Carolina, and I decided that I want to get back to Texas because it's where I'm originally from. And I started looking to relocate at the plant out here. And I came out by myself and looked at several properties, and this is one of the first ones I looked at. And then it was just a double wide and a well house, and that was it at the time. But it was just kind of off the beaten path, up on the hill by itself. And a lot of people are looking for the old farmhouse type situation where you can't hardly find the old farmhouse anymore. It's more a double wide or something like that. But I fell in love with it, and although I looked at lots of other properties, this is one I wanted to get. And Miss Tanya was brave enough to allow me to make the deal on it. That's the second house I bought without her being there.
My dad has pretty much been like the hardest working man that I've ever known. I've always strived to work as hard as him. He's very creative. I think I get most of my creativity from my dad. Now, he would always make up stories for us. And that was my favorite part. That's how I got inspired to make stories on my own, because my dad would always make up stories. Whenever I thought that this might get really serious eventually and it might take my dad from me, it crushed me.
It was, I don't know, 5.5 years ago, something like that. Our water well went out, and we had a guy come out and look at it, and sure enough, the pump was out. I think I actually took off work that day and peeled the roof back so he could get his equipment down in there and start pulling this line out of the hole. So he started pulling it out, and for whatever reason, I'm on top of the roof. I really didn't need to be there, but I was. And about the third run out of the hole with that poly line, it got to the top and it snapped. When the line snapped, I reached out and grabbed it, and of course I didn't let go neither, and it pulled me down, and where I had peeled the roof back, there were some 2x4s sticking out. So I caught the 2x4s on the way down, which busted some ribs, and of course then I had to go to the hospital. And then throughout the x-rays and stuff, they found a mass on my large intestine on the left side, and sure enough, it was a cyst type tumor. I've lost people to cancer. I don't have a Superman syndrome or anything like that, but I really are you sure? It just didn't seem logical that I would have something like that in me, but it was scary. But I didn't really get upset about it until they put me in the hospital and shoved all them tubes and stuff in me. That was no fun. Yeah, I knew that between my family and my church family, Tanya and I both have family, I knew that her and the kids would be fine. We were situated in such a way that, this place would be taken care of. But unfortunately, that's the only way it gets taken care of. But, still there's the thoughts of, who's going to take care of them? Where's the husband? Where's the daddy? And yeah, then they went through my head. I think I shoved them back in the back closet somewhere.
Yeah, that reality of thought that he might not be in my life anymore is just like instant terror, just fear constantly. And not just then, but I mean, even now, I'm still a little afraid, because anything could happen to any person that I love. Car accidents happen every day, because I knew that cancer had actually taken his biological mom 1 to 2 years ago. And it's so hard thinking through that might happen to someone I love.
When I was at MD Anderson, and they finally let me go outside after the operation and everything, and they told me I had to walk around this nurse's station so many times before I'd be able to go outside, and I was going stir crazy. And of course I'm walking with my little IVs and all that stuff. It's early in the morning, and there's sunbeams are coming down on this little park area where we're at there at MD Anderson. And I was taking pictures of her, and I'll have to show it to you. She looks like an angel in this picture. It's really sharp, and I've shown it to people before and said that was my angel while I was at MD Anderson. And she took care of me. She did. She put up with a lot of crap out of me, and during this, because being in the hospital, I'm not the nicest person in the world by no means. But once I got out of the hospital, then and although I was still sore and dealing with some pain and stuff, but it was much better. And and I've been going back to MD Anderson every year. That's always kind of challenging, because you get to thinking, well, are they going to find anything else this time? It gives you a little checkup on your mortality. You understand that there's a lot of things that could take you out of this life. We're not going to be here forever. It's just this old body's going to give up at some point, no matter what, cancer or whatever. Even as bad a thing as cancer is, it brings people together. It bonds relationships closer. It will test relationships.
but it's there's no magic pill to help people get through it, because we all deal with things in different ways.
But I think my family has grown and like learned through it. Yeah, I just want to spend like as much time with the people I love while I can.
But it's a wake-up call, and it makes you appreciate things a little better. Then I want to spend most of my time out here doing the things that I like to do and spending time with family.